New information tonight on the deadly shooting on the set of the Alec Baldwin film Rust. Tonight, the Santa Fe County District Attorney telling the New York Times her team has not ruled out criminal charges. The New York Times reporting ammunition was found in a fanny pack on set, as well as loose and in boxes. That's according to court documents they obtained in Santa Fe County. The court documents don't specify if that ammo, though, included blanks, dummies, or real bullets. Meantime, this morning, a veteran prop master told the Today Show he turned down a job on the film over potential red flags, including the producers combined the positions of assistant prop master and armorer into one job on that film. I want to bring in now theatrical firearms safety expert Steve Wolf and attorney Jeff Harris. Jeff has been actually the lead attorney in two high-profile trials involving accidental deaths on television and film sets. Steve, let's start with you. We talked last week about this, and we've learned an awful lot since then. But as that prop master said, this thing was an accident waiting to happen, it sounds like.
Absolutely. If you cut corners, if you try to combine roles, if you've got a set where there's 20 plus firearms on set at one time, that is one person's job. That might even be two people's job alone, let alone messing around with all the rest of the props. That prop master was absolutely right to turn down that job. There should be an armorer and an armorer's assistant to handle that many firearms and make sure that the safety protocols aren't compromised.
Jeff, our first chance to get to chat with you on this, but it seems like there's plenty of liability to go around, and now we have the DA in Santa Fe County saying that she's not ruling out criminal charges, not against anyone in particular, but just the idea of it.
Yeah, I mean, we've got three things going on here. You've got a potential criminal case, which the DA's office is looking at, which is probably going to revolve around whether someone was criminally negligent. You've got the regulatory authorities looking into whether or not this set was so poorly run that it created a safety hazard, a workplace safety hazard. And then if the family chooses to, then there's the possibility for civil liability, which is typically grounded in negligence. And the question there is, were the people on the scene, on the set, working in such a way that they were acting reasonably? That's the question. And, you know, from everything that I've seen, this was a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah, Steve, the other thing we've learned since we last talked was this talk of the ammunition that was found there on the set, including what appeared to be, obviously at some point, live ammunition, and reports that crew members were target shooting during their downtime. How unusual is it to even have live ammo on a set like this?
I think one of the things that we're going to have to determine is a physical distinction between what's the set and what's not the set. What is on set should not have live ammo. But if we decided, you know what, once you're 100 yards from here, you're not on the set, you know, you do what you want. If people want to engage in the recreational use of firearms during their downtime, I got no issue with that. When you bring live ammo back on the set, though, then I believe that you're violating some pretty serious protocols that have been put in place to assure safety. And I'll team up with you on this one, Jeff. You know, as your expert witnesses, if you want to take either the, you know, any of the civil issues on this, this is not a negligence case. This is a gross negligence case. And I believe that it was criminally reckless, the behavior of numerous people, that the armorer who was responsible for the safety of the people was not present, that the assistant director who had no business touching the guns is picking up the guns and declaring them cold or clear, you know, without even looking at them, that people had used those guns with live ammo previously. Just so many mistakes. This was not a prop gun accident. This was a live gun shooting. You know, in a real gun, you know, you can put real ammo in there and it goes in fine. The guns that are designed to be used on set, or existing guns that are modified to be used on set, those are prop guns. And if you try to put live ammo in them, nothing happens. You can't get it in there because it's been designed to preclude that mistake by poor handling.
Right.
And then you take a gun that has not been properly modified to render it safe. You take it in your hands and you point at someone and you press the trigger, well, don't be surprised if you get a hole in them, because that's exactly what that equipment was designed to do.
Jeff, you've been part of cases, as we mentioned here. The producers say they're going to shut down production, but vow to finish the film. In a statement, the company said, as we go through this crisis, we've made the decision to wrap the set at least until the investigations are complete. Although our hearts are broken and it is hard to see beyond the horizon, this is at the moment a pause rather than an end. The spirit that brought us all to this special place remains. Should they shut down or should they continue, Jeff?
They should shut down, and I will be shocked if this movie ever gets made. They have to say things like that. They've got investors that have invested in this project that are probably wondering what's going to happen to their investment. They've got insurance companies that are looking into this. I mean, this is going to be litigation for years, and I will be blown away if they actually make this movie, and I don't think they should. Out of respect for the family, I think they need to shut this thing down forever. And as an industry, everyone needs to learn from this. The one thing I'll say, and I think your guest will agree with me, there are policies that have been in place in movies for years about how to handle firearms on a set. There are hundreds of productions that use firearms every day in this country on a set. They're not complicated. They're very straightforward. It's not rocket science. And these policies were just completely ignored on this set. So I've heard some people saying that, well, we need to ban firearms from all productions in the future. I don't think we have to go that far. I think we simply have to follow the policies that are in place and do it every time, every day, on every set, so that this never happens again.
Right. Great insight.
I agree with Jeff. Jeff, the only way that, a petition with 27,000 signatures is going to make anyone safer is if you put that petition in front of you when there's people handling guns on set.
All right, Steve Wolf and Jeff Harris, great insight from both of you who are in the industry and in this business and have a lot of experience with it. We thank you both for coming by.
Thank you so much.
Coming up in our next